Mr. Ed Turner was essentially the first station manager. It was started by Wilbur Edgerton. Have you heard that name before? This is really important. Dr. Edgerton and Dr. Tipton were the people who essentially birthed the radio station on this campus 40 years ago. And Dr. Edgerton, this was truly his baby. He was the general manager of the station. And he and Dr. Tipton literally just did the work to get whatever it took to get the signal, to secure the 91.1 WNSB signal with the FCC, etc., and got the station up and running. There was a person who was in the art department, or was an artist, and that was Ed Turner. And they just said, "Are you in the radio business?" And Ed Turner kind of, "Not really." Well, you are now. And Mr. Turner sat as the longest serving station manager of the radio station. I want to say he put in 30 years. It may be 31, it may be 29, but he served a long time. And it was jazz for most of his tenure. Closer to the end of his tenure as the station manager, the format had changed and done some different things, but for a long time it was jazz. And so, conference room door, we want to, with the approval of the Board of Visitors and University Advancement, make this the Ed Turner conference room. And if you follow me this way, this will become the second studio, or the studio for what we call HD2. This one you encountered here. And this studio will become HD1, which was where the main signal of WNSB will emanate from. Our second signal, our digital signal, which would be HD2, will be from that other room that I just pointed out. But this placard should become, if I receive the approval, will become the Dr. Edgerton studio. And that other room will become the Dr. Stanley Tipton studio. Those three people I mentioned, like, the station wouldn't be here without them. It just wouldn't be here at all. And those first two individuals, Dr. Edgerton and Dr. Tipton, started it, and then Mr. Ed Turner was able to keep things going. And he did so with, limited resources, because we started a radio station, and what do you need? And we don't understand, and it's all brand new. And then he had to become innovative and creative, and, under his leadership and under their guidance to him, he's been able to touch a lot of students who've come through. My career in radio, traveling across the country with radio stations and with a company like Arbitron, only exist because those three men and this radio station exist. So, and I'm just one of those kinds of people.